Hello, my name is Noizani Mendima Machaha with my number 78406 and I am a mechanical student engineer. And I am here today to talk about the moral aspects of engineering with a focus on the recent release of more than 1 million tons of contaminated water from the wreck of Fukushima nuclear power plant into the sea in Japan. Moral aspect of engineering. Engineering is a profession that is dedicated to building and designing things that improve people's life. However, it is important to remember that engineers have a moral obligation to consider the potential consequences of their work, both positive and negative. One of the most important moral aspects of engineering is the principle of beneficence. This means that engineers should strive to create change that benefit society as a whole. In the context of the Fukushima nuclear power plant disaster, this means that engineers should work to minimize the risk of future accidents and to clean up the contaminated water in a way that is safe and environmentally friendly. Another important moral aspect of engineering is the principle of justice. This means that engineers should strive to distribute the benefits and risks of their work fairly. In the context of the Fukushima nuclear power plant disaster, this means that engineers should consider the impact of their work on all stakeholders, including the local community, the Japanese people as a whole, and the international community. The release of contaminated water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant. The release of contaminated water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant is a complex issue with no easy answer. On the one hand, the water needs to be released in order to prevent it from building up and causing further damage to the power plant. On the other hand, the release of contaminated water poses a risk to the environment and human health. From a moral perspective, there are a number of factors to consider when evaluating the decision to release contaminated water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant. One important factor is the risk of harm. How much harm is likely to be caused by the release of the water? This will depend on a number of factors, including the level of contamination of the water, the amount of water that is released, and the path that the water takes through the environment. Another important factor to consider is the distribution of risks and benefits. Who is likely to bear the brunt of the risk associated with the release of the water? Who is likely to benefit from the release of the water? Is it important to ensure the risks and benefits of the release of the water are distributed fairly? Finally, it is important to consider the principle of informed consent. All the stakeholders should be informed about the risks and benefits of the release of the water and should have a say in the decision-making process. Conclusion. The release of contaminated water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant is a complex issue with no easy answers. From a moral perspective, it is important to consider the risk of harm, the distribution of risks and benefits, and the principle of informed consent. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has given you some food for thought about the moral aspect of engineering. Thank you.